Our world has become increasingly urbanized. People from different walks of life migrated to cities. Cities are getting bigger and more diverse. Polarization and social segregation become a challenge for modern cities. Similar people tend to stay together. They live in certain areas, hang out at certain places, study, and work in certain schools and jobs. This is a small study about how we can promote mutual understanding and coexistence in an urban setting. Race, class, and ethnicity are key social identities in understanding urban segregation. More recently, scholars have paid attention to religion as another key identity that became a source of misunderstanding, exclusivism, segregation, and conflict.
Saya Muslim. Ketika saya mengunjungi tempat ibadah lain, contohnya Kristen dan agama-agama lain itu saya bingung dengan harus bersikap seperti apa. Di dalam tempat ibadah saya harus berpikir seperti ini. Tapi ketika saya berkunjung atau melihat tempat ibadah yang lain, saya takut dikira orang gila ketika saya harus bersikap seperti itu. Makanya saya bingung harus seperti apa.
In this study, a group of interfaith youth explored how the experience of visiting different places of worship may transform their ways of seeing and being an urban citizen.
We experience our city through our senses. Our memory about our town is basically a collection of things we see, we hear, touch, smell, and taste, and the meanings we make from them. A place of worship is a complex configuration of history, culture, architecture, art, linguistic systems, bodily movement, even food culture. To visit a place of worship means immersing ourselves in such a powerful and complex socio-spatial order. The experience in this study provides what is called sensory disruption, an exposure to new images, sounds, lights, smells, textures, and feelings. To make this experience part of our memory and consciousness, or in spatial terms, to add new territory to our mental map, may transform our sense of who we are as urban citizens.
The study took place in Surabaya, the second largest city in Indonesia. Its population is nearly 3 million people and 10 million in the greater metropolitan area. Indonesia is a Southeast Asian country which is the home of world's largest Muslim population with significant non-Muslim minorities. 15 university students from different religions and different faculties, including social sciences, engineering, and the law, participated and visited places of worship of 6 major religions in Indonesia: a mosque, a Protestant and a Catholic church, and a Hindu, a Buddhist, and a Confucian temple. The urban settings of the places were also different, such as small kampongs and a military residence, the Old Town Business District, and a wealthy area of Surabaya.
There are some lessons we learned from this study. First, the scene of an interfaith visit can be disruptive of the established religio-spatial order, both for the participants, the hosts, and the neighborhood. In visiting a new place, participants were challenged to recognize what socio-spatial orders are in place, to adjust accordingly, and to reconsider who they are and whether or not they belong. Upon arrival, the participants' bodies were visibly reserved and uncomfortable. Concerns around unintentional misconducts were mentioned by them. As the visit proceeded from arrival to welcoming speeches and explanations about the place and the rituals, many participants display changes in their bodily and emotional expressions. They reported that they became more relaxed, comfortable and calm, their preconceptions about urban religious geography were beginning to be disrupted as they developed new affective place connections through the visits.
Pengalamanku paling berkesan tadi berkunjung ke masjid itu sih ke pematerinya sih, karena pematerinya itu pembawanya humble banget, nyaman. Jadi kayak kita yang dengerin tuh rasa nyaman dan ilmu-ilmunya bakal masuk banget sih ke para pendengar tadi.
Another way an interfaith visit may transform urban subjectivity is rested upon the ability of the body to experience pleasure from aesthetically and sensorially pleasing stimuli. When asked to pay attention to their senses and what their body feels during the visits, participants in the current study became intensely mindful of the beauty and aesthetic in the sacred places.
Awal masuk itu yang paling menarik mata tuh patung-patungnya sih, karena emang itu sangat eye-catching, apalagi warnanya, detailnya kan juga sangat presisi sih. Jadi itu yang bikin sangat menarik sih di vihara ini.
Jadi saat saya mendengar lagu-lagu pujian yang dinyanyikan oleh bapaknya tadi, saya merasa di setiap lagu pujian itu mempunyai makna dan arti yang berbeda, terutama lagu pujian yang ditujukan kepada Tuhan.
Untuk kunjungan ke pura, yang saya tertarik adalah waktu di bagian tengah dan bagian dalam. Nah, di bagian tengah ini suasananya sangat berbeda berbeda dengan bagian luar. Terasa hawanya sedikit damai. Dan ketika masuk di bagian dalam itu adalah area suci. Nah, di mana tempatnya untuk berdoa. Di sekitar sana dikelilingi pohon kamboja yang difungsikan untuk orang-orang yang lupa membawa persembahan ketika ingin berdoa.
The embodied aesthetic experience during the visits provides an opportunity to absorb or take in the other's religion in a pleasurable way. Participants' references to the meticulous details, excellent cleanliness, careful maintenance, and preservation of religious and cultural history evoke a sense of care and protection, which in turn may nurture political opposition against hardline groups, for example, that were frequently involved in the destruction of places of worship in Indonesia. And the third lesson, the experience was taken further by participants from sensory immersion to active bodily imitations of the other's religious traditions and rituals. Through the act of imitating, the other's religion became a part of participants' bodily knowledge, how it physically feels.
Pertama kali ke kelenteng ini, terus banyak sih hal baru yang bisa dipelajari. Terus kayak selama ini saya juga kayak ada merayakan bacang, makan ronde, dan itu saya baru tahu ternyata itu merupakan tradisi bagian dari agama Konghucu gitu.
Jadi hal yang menarik dari kunjungan kali ini di Gereja Katolik, tadi dijelasin kenapa sih salib itu tandanya kayak tanda plus gini, terus ada yang ke arah vertikal sama horizontal. Tadi dijelasin kalau ke arah vertikal itu melambangkan kalau kita harus berhubungan dengan Tuhan dengan baik, seperti itu. Dan kemudian yang horizontal itu kita harus berhubungan baik dengan sesama manusia. Dan itu mirip dengan ajaran di agama saya, di agama Islam itu ada yang namanya habluminanas dan habluminallah. Habluminanas itu kita diajarkan untuk harus berhubungan baik dengan sesama manusia, dan habluminallah itu kita harus berhubungan baik dengan Tuhan kita sendiri, seperti itu.
The physical sensations of experiencing the other's religion in situ and seeing that the other are actually similar with oneself may reconfigure participants' sense of being an urban citizen by fostering a sense of commonality and solidarity.
Bagi saya sendiri ini merupakan pertama kali saya benar-benar
masuk ke kelenteng dan juga mempelajari tentang bagaimana sih interior, bagaimana sih tentang sejarah di dalam kelenteng itu sendiri. Yang mana memang tempat kelenteng ini sudah berdiri sejak 1 abad yang lalu dan juga memiliki histori yang sangat kental, bisa dibilang seperti itu. Dari mulai adanya plakat dari raja dinasti terakhir di China, adanya juga salah satu kasus pernikahan yang tidak diperbolehkan yang akhirnya mendorong untuk Gus Dur juga membantu warga-warga Chinese di dalam Surabaya, bahkan di Indonesia mendapatkan haknya sebagai warga negara Indonesia. Jadi memang it's a very interesting and unique experience to me.
While there are still questions about how this brief experience may or may not have a lasting impact, and how the experience might not be possible beyond the context of formally organized visit, the study has illuminated the potential of interfaith visit for disrupting urban religious spatial segregation and simultaneously contributing to the wider citizenry endeavors toward more democratic, inclusive, and socially cohesive cities.